Hey guys, welcome back to another reaction video. I am Dr. Roberts here at Nashville Neck and Back. I want to personally thank Ross Rock for sending this over to me. It's going to be an interesting one, so let's just dive right in. All right, so today we're going to look at the Van Every Family Chiropractic Center's YouTube page. Again, I want to say thank you to Ross Rock for sending this over to me. So let's take a look here at their page, see what they're all about. They are located here in Royal Oak, Michigan. You can pause the screen and read that if you want to. Go over to their page, give them a look, give them a sub. 6,000 subs. Now, if we go to latest, you can see they've not posted in about 7 months. And if we scroll down, it looks like a lot of testimonial videos, but if you click popular, you see the most popular video has 2 million views. It was 13 years ago, but nonetheless, 2 million views. That's crazy. And that is the video that we're going to be watching today, called KST Chiropractic Adjustments for Stress Relief and Shoulder Pain at Van Every. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in and see what we got going here.
For about 2.5 years now. Okay. So what we're going to do is adjust Heidi today. We are using a technique called KST, which is Corin specific technique. It's a very different way of looking at the body, a different way of adjusting. You'll notice that we use a handheld tool, and it's really gentle. And what it'll do is actually tap the bone into the right position. We can do a lot more with this technique. Basically what we can do is, if you notice, she's in a standing position.
So if you've seen my previous or several of my previous videos, a lot of chiropractors will have a tool like that. I believe that particular one is called the ArthroStem. I worked in an office that had several of those. It's a vibrating type of tool. I've never seen it used to perform the adjustment. Typically what it's used for is for loosening up trigger points or getting the muscles to relax, getting the patient kind of ready to receive the adjustment, so to speak. I've never seen it as the main focus or the main tool for the adjustment. So this, I don't know, this should be interesting. Let's see.
So most patients actually start in a standing position. We will almost never lay you face down unless you tell me that it hurts when I lay down, because no one gets hurt laying down on a table. So we actually start you in a standing position, occasionally change you into a seated position. But also if Heidi were to say like, oh, it hurts when I do this, like raising her arm or tilting her head, we would actually tell her to do it and then adjust her in that position so the pain will go away that much faster. Okay, we use, in order to address what's going on with Heidi, we're actually going to use what we call is the occipital drop, and it's a way of accessing her body's energy. It's using the back of her head or the occiput.
So she's going to palpate the occiput to access her body's energy. Let's back up. Is that what she said?
In order to address what's going on with Heidi, we're actually going to use what we call is the occipital drop, and it's a way of accessing her body's energy. It's using the back of her head or the occiput. So what we're doing is actually using our hands to find out exactly what's going on with her. We're going to use the occiput, and basically what I'm doing is finding out if there's anything in what order to go. The way this technique works is that we actually are going to go in a very specific order to what her body needs. So, is it above the waist, below the waist, front of the body? So when I get a yes, I'm basically following her body and knowing where to go. So one of the things we found on
Oh my God, this is so stupid. Man, I love our profession. You know what? Let's just watch the entire video, and then I'll make some comments.
Heidi is a panic pattern, and what it is, right, Heidi? Basically what happens with the panic pattern is the sternum goes up almost to protect the heart, and the tailbone tucks in, kind of like, really easy analogy is when a dog gets really scared, they can tuck their tail in. Well, they can pop their tail back out. Us humans, actually, the sacrum stays in, and it kind of gets tucked into a tucked in position, and you get kind of caught in this panic loop. So what we do is by using KST, we actually adjust it so the loop breaks, much more relaxed. So we're going to start right down the front. And then I'm going to actually adjust the tailbone nice and easy, really quick. And that was part of the pattern.
Let's just watch the video.
So a little more in the sternum still. The really nice thing with KST is that we can do a lot of cranial work. We can do it really, really quickly, really, really effectively. Right now Heidi has, her sphenoids are out a little bit. So what we're going to do is just take the arthrostem and gently tap. If the sphenoid's out on both sides, a lot of times...
That did nothing. Do you people, please tell me, leave a comment below. Do you see that that did nothing? There's no therapeutic benefit to that whatsoever. It barely even touched her skin. I don't know how people can... I don't know how these people with a good conscience can steal, basically, the patient's money and puke up these excuses as to how they're treating them, because they're not.
Actually, that means that she's not sleeping as well as she could be, so by getting it adjusted, she actually should feel really relaxed and actually sleep a little better tonight.
Yeah, probably because she's drinking the Kool-Aid in your office before she gets adjusted, and then she's like, that's nothing. She's not doing anything.
The next thing Heidi has is her parietals are out a little bit, and basically what we use is just a two-prong. There's different accessory attachments. And really easy, we can just go right up her parietals on both sides.
You know what this tool is for? It's for doctors that can't adjust, that aren't good at adjusting, or simply just can't adjust. I'm guessing this lady can't adjust. So she had to resort to using this tool and vomiting up this technique, convincing people that she's actually doing something when she's not.
Very nice and easy. Adjust them. Things that we can do with KST is actually adjust for emotions. And by that we do it a really quick way to address the emotions is we actually use an emotion chart. This chart actually has probably 100 different kinds of emotions on there. And by finding out if it's left side, right side, which section and what number, we can get to the heart of what the emotion is and the exact number that this patient needs. So what I'm going to do is using the OD, because I already got that she has an emotion. I got a drop on the fact that it was on the chart. So I'm going to say left side, and I get a yes on left. So that means the right side is a no. And then I would say A, and I got a drop on A, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically you just count down, you do left side, right side, A, B, C, D, E, 1 through 10, and then you get to the number that she needs. And right now, A4 is anger. So she's a little mad. Women don't tend to admit that they're angry about anything. So a lot of times I'll just say, think about something that's frustrating you, that's causing some anger.
This
and
video
just
is
think about
causing me
that, and then
anger.
we'll just find out where we need to go. So think about that. And a lot of times with emotions, you'll end up with the cranium or the sacrum. So it really depends on where you're at. And we start with the tailbone. With women, to me, the sacrum is family. So it's about usually something in the family aspect. So that's usually kind of the key to where we're at. And now we're back up to the cranials. So a lot of times we see sphenoids, we see temporals. It really depends on the emotion. You doing good?
This is so hard to watch. Thankfully, it's almost over.
And a little bit of temporals too. And you just adjust until it's clear. And then what I would tell the patient is just think about that again, clear your mind, but then think about it again. And we're clear. There we go. Heidi, you mentioned that her shoulder hurts a little bit, especially when she raises it. So what we're gonna do is actually have her do that while we're adjusting. So.
You're not adjusting her. This is not an adjustment.
Okay, go. So maybe bring it down again, and then raise it up again. Good, relax.
So if anything, that treatment was just working on her trapezius muscle.
And we're done. There we go.
Holy, yeah, holy crap. So, oh man, where to start? So, whatever she was doing on the back of her head around her occiput was nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Complete snake oil. Now, why does this upset me so much? And I've received several comments from you guys. First of all, thank you guys for leaving comments. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate this journey that you've gone along with me on. I never sought out to do reaction videos. This thing has just kind of evolved and grown into its own thing. But I've enjoyed doing it. That's why I keep doing it. But why does stuff like this make me upset? And the vast majority of the chiropractic profession upset, I will add. I'm just the only one apparently speaking up about it and doing YouTube videos about it, which is fine. I'll take the heat for it. I don't care. I love my profession. I love chiropractic, and I love what chiropractic is able to provide for patients that need chiropractic. If you don't know much about chiropractic, you don't know the history of what our profession has been through. I encourage you all to look up when our profession basically sued the American Medical Association. It was back in the 70s. It was Dr. Wilk. Look it up. Go Google it. Chiropractic sues AMA. Basically what was happening is the medical profession was actively trying to eliminate the chiropractic profession. They were going all around medical schools, telling all these medical students to never allow your patients to go see a chiropractor. Tell all your patients that chiropractors are quacks. Don't ever associate anything with chiropractors. None of what they do is legit. None of what they do is real. And they were literally trying to eliminate our profession because we were a threat to their profession, because we were actually fixing people and curing people and not making them lifelong patients dependent upon medication. But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But you've got to understand the obstacles that our profession has overcome with just in the last 40, 50, 60 years. There for a while, it was illegal in some states for chiropractors to even practice. They were being thrown in jail. So we've had to overcome so many obstacles to earn our space, earn our spot within, to earn trust within the community of not only just patients and the general public, but respect from current medical doctors and the legal world and all that stuff, the insurance companies, all that. You can go down, we can talk about this forever. That's not what this video is about. But even still to this day, just go back in some of my videos and probably even a bunch of comments, because I'm bringing it up in this video, people are going to still call my profession, chiropractic, quackery. I'm not a real doctor. I don't know what I'm talking about. Blah, 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 blah. It's garbage. And we've had to fight, claw, and scratch our way over the past several decades to, again, gain that respect and that legitimacy in the eye of the general public and other professionals. And it's bull crap like this that sends us back 40 years. Because can you imagine if any medical doctor, any attorney, or anybody with a brain in their head were to stumble upon this video or to walk into this lady's office with a legitimate issue, neck pain, back pain, headaches, whatever, and they just start doing, and then hit you with the arthrostim a few times. There, we're clear. You're good. It's garbage. It makes our profession look like garbage, and it sets us back. And it pisses me off. It really does. I hate it. Stuff like this and some of the other creepy, cringy, and other garbage type stuff that I've reviewed and reacted to on this channel, I know I've said this before, I'll rehash it again. Google and YouTube are the two largest search engines in the States, probably even in the world. I don't know, but definitely in the States. Let's say grandma has low back pain and sciatica, shooting pain down her leg or whatever. Any person that doesn't know anything about chiropractic, what are they going to do? Most likely, they're probably going to get online and they're going to look it up. They're going to look up chiropractic. Is chiropractic safe? Or they're going to look up some YouTube videos. What does a chiropractic treatment look like? What's going to pop up? These videos with 2 million views, or these channels with hundreds of thousands of subs that get hundreds of thousands of views on all their videos, and they're not what our profession is about. And what's that do to that potential patient? One, it may scare that potential patient away and be like, I am never going to a chiropractor. Look at what they do. There's no way I'm ever going to do that. Or two, it's going to give them the wrong expectation of what chiropractic truly is about. They're going to see that. They're going to think that's what a normal visit looks like. And then they're going to go to probably a normal chiropractor, and it's not going to be anything like that. And so they're going to have this battle in their head of, well, this is what I saw. This is what it's supposed to be. This is what my chiropractor does this. My chiropractor does that. And blah, 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 blah. I hate it. God, I hate it. These people should not be able to practice. That arthrostem, that vibrating machine, is a fantastic tool if you want to work on a trigger point, a muscle spasm, or any type of muscular type of issue. It is not providing a chiropractic adjustment of any sort whatsoever. And for her to do a few clicks, especially when she was like on her temple, and which barely even touched her, and say, yeah, we just performed a chiropractic adjustment, is garbage, trash, lies. She's lying to these patients and taking their money. And guess what? When these patients don't get better, or they've got a serious issue that doesn't resolve, what are they going to do? Are they going to go back to a chiropractor? No, because they got burnt. They got a bad taste in their mouth, and they're going to go down the street to a pain clinic or some other route, and they're going to load up on injections and pain pills and not get their problem fixed. That's what makes me mad. That's what infuriates me. And it's garbage like this that is tearing up our profession. And I don't care if I'm the one that has to bring it to the forefront. And if we oh, of course. Look here. Comments turned off. I wonder why. On a video that has 2 million views, why in the world would those comments be turned off? Drives me nuts. You know what? Let's go back to their channel here. Let's just see. What's this next one? Do you struggle with headaches or migraines? 4 minutes. KST chiropractic for emotional pain and stress after a divorce. Let's check this one out. I'm going to skip through this music. I'll edit that out.
KST, which is Corn Specific Technique.
My name is Cheryl LeBounty, and I drive down from Lake Orion, Michigan to see Dr. Saylor with my two...
Now, and another thing before we jump into this quack video. Yeah, I'll poke fun at our profession just as much as anybody. I love my profession, but we've got some stuff we need to clean up. And look, I make fun of it just because it's not my way or the highway. I've got my opinions on things. You guys have seen me make fun of stuff in other videos like leg checks and the activator. Look, all that stuff has its own place. Typically, my opinion on that is, especially like the activator or these tools, it's typically, not always, but typically used by chiropractors that have some type of wrist, shoulder, elbow, upper body injury, and they can no longer perform your typical chiropractic adjustment anymore just because they physically can't do it anymore. Or two, because they can't adjust at all, or they're just not good. So they have to rely on that. And that's okay. At least it gives them an option. But when you, I'm getting off track. We'll come back to that later.
Children, Jack and Matt, and she has made it so I only have to come once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. With the KST, it adjusts me and it seems to last longer, and I feel more in balance. And emotionally, it has helped a lot, our family.
Okay. So you notice that I'm touching Cheryl, and basically what I'm doing is accessing her energy.
Shut up. Shut up. You are not. You. go down the street, open up a palm reading, fortune telling office, and do this garbage. Take chiropractic off your name and off your signage and off your website. This is not chiropractic.
Balancing myself to her, and then we're going to start with the back of her head. Go really low in the tailbone.
I'm sure it's the exact same.
No panic, no stress. A lot of stress.
Leave me a comment below. What are your thoughts on this? If you walked into an office expecting an adjustment and the doctor started doing this, what do you think? Leave me a comment.
Women carry a lot of
Cool. And so doctors always wanted to put him on medication. I started bringing him here last year or actually end of third grade, I started bringing him for focusing issues. And he was able to start focusing better actually in fourth grade without any medication.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then with all the changes going on with our family, Matthew had some really emotional problems. A lot of guilt and a lot of shame that he carried for his mom and dad for the divorce. And he too has been able to let go of a lot. So I just, you've been very, very good to us.
You know what she's doing? She's playing on these people's emotions. This patient has gone through some real trauma and some real stress in her life. She's gone through a divorce, and that's nothing to laugh at and make fun of, and I'm not. What's sick about this whole situation is that this doctor takes that information, just like a fortune teller or a palm reader or a magician would. She takes that information and she takes her thumb and she presses really hard on that emotional button. But she comes in with the answer. I can fix you. All those problems, all that pain, all that garbage that you're going through, hey, just come here. We'll make it all go away.
So thank you very,
Trash.
very much.
You're welcome.
Pure trash.
Oh, thank you. And we love Quill.
All right. There was one other one here. What's this one? Go back to popular. Yeah. Severe back pain and disc herniation. This I've got to say.
Hi, my name is Jan Bills, and I own and operate Two Women in a Hoe. We are a landscape and garden business, so you can imagine that during the summer months that my body takes a lot of wear and tear. Well, just recently I had this
This doesn't sound scripted at all, does it? I'm Jan. I run a business. I'm doing.
episode, and I was weeding at a client's home, and all of a sudden I had this horrible pain in my back and I could barely get up, and immediately I panicked, but I thought I just had to get to Van Every to see Dr. Anna because I knew that I could possibly be in trouble. And since I had back surgery in 2006, I was very, very concerned. But remarkably, within a week or so time, I was better, up and running, and now I feel 100%. So I'm very thankful for KST and Van Every.
And she was really worried because of the back surgery in the past. So she kind of immediately went back to that, like, is she going to need surgery again? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Which is a legit fear. You know, if you've had lumbar or any type of spinal surgery, the last thing you want to go through is to go through that again. Can chiropractic treat patients that have had surgeries and fusions and spinal stuff? Absolutely. You know, even if you've had a joint segment fused, the joints above and the joints below still got to move, and they're going to be more prone to arthritis as you age. So chiropractic is very important, very crucial for those joints that are still mobile to keep them mobile with an actual chiropractic adjustment, not some palm reading.
And within, I mean, you almost like after her first visit, she felt a huge difference and a huge relief. But it was also very emotional for her too, because you go back to that scare, like that scared feeling. So we actually worked on her emotions to let that release. So you made a huge difference.
Yeah, and I was really panicky.
Yep. And one of the things that she mentioned to me was she wished that she would have come here before the surgery because she did.
So this lady, this doctor, not this patient, this doctor, this chiropractor should go back to school or should have originally gone to school to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist, either one. She'd probably be a whole lot more helpful to the patient population. Anyway.
Didn't know, because maybe we could have prevented the surgery the first time too.
You could have prevented the surgery.
Oh,
I probably didn't need surgery at all.
Oh,
So
thanks.
anyway, I'm grateful for
Let's see,
Van
does this
Every.
have, nope,
Yay.
comments turned
So
off.
you adjusted.
Okay, sounds great. I do feel wonderful though.
Awesome, well, we're just gonna keep you wonderful, how about
Yeah,
that?
sounds good.
So we did get a little bit of an
Seen that
emotion.
before, haven't we?
Probably just,
Who else did something like that? Remember the Russian guy? Took her pain away, went and wiped it off in the grass.
actually what we were talking about, a little bit of sadness. And I like, probably more so like the fact that she had surgery and she probably could have prevented it. So we're just gonna adjust for that.
So there's the sadness adjustment. Done.
When I'm working with a patient with emotions, the three main things that I look for, I always look for fear, anger, and sadness. And then if I have basically get none of those, we go to the chart, to the emotion chart, and get to a very specific emotion. So those are the general ones. And patients usually, when you say something, they know, they go immediately to that emotion. They know what's causing it. And emotions tend to really focus on the cranials and tend to kind of affect the brain too. So now we're working structurally to keep her back feeling great. When a patient's had surgery, a lot of times you actually have to work on the scar tissue. And this technique actually works really well with scar tissue because we can actually, I like to think of it as normal tissue moves like this, scar tissue tends to hold. And basically the energy has to go around it. So by getting it adjusted, we can actually tap into the scar tissue. Energy can go through it. It decreases the adhesions, it makes them feel better, it gives them more energy. So we see a lot of scars that hold a lot of damage. And by getting it adjusted, it actually can open up the energy to the scars. So when the patient's had surgery, you almost always have to adjust scars. At some point.
Gotta adjust those scars. I guess she's resetting her chakra. After 3 or 4 of those, she's got to reset, clear it
A
out.
little bit more.
Goodness sakes.
Come back up.
That's it. That's all you got to do for a disc herniation. It's that simple.
And
We're
all
done. I don't know what else to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope I didn't preach too much. I enjoy doing the funny videos a lot more than I enjoy doing these, but man, if I'm not here to, and some of you have left comments, but I'm not here to tear down the profession. As I said before, I love my profession. I'm not doing these reaction videos and I'm not calling these people out to attack the chiropractic profession. But if I see garbage, I'm going to call it out. I'm just going to, because now I feel like it's almost like I said, no one else is doing it. So might as well be me. All right, I'm going to smile and we'll end this video and we're going to move on to the next one. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go to my happy place. Maybe I need a KST adjustment to clear my chakra and my yin and my yang and all that stuff. We'll see you in the next video.